Mcgrath and welcome to my channel. My name is Stefania if you're new here. So finally, UPS dropped off my palettes. So we are going to be playing with the new Pat McGrath Divine Rose 2 palette. I really tried to resist this one. I haven't actually bought a big palette in quite some time from Pat McGrath, but this one just looked a little bit more unique to what she already has and what I have in my collection from her. But we will definitely be finding out because I will be doing comparisons, all that good stuff, individual eye swatches of the special shades in here so that we can truly see the magic that she provides. Whatever she puts in her formula, you guys already know I'm a huge fan. So let's go ahead and jump into this video. Please don't forget to subscribe down below, hit that like button, I would really appreciate it, and let's go ahead and jump into this video. All right, let's open her up. I have not done so, and I'm just like, wait till you're on camera. I never know, like, sometimes I feel like it ruins it when someone starts off like with their eye look, like doing the intro after when you're using a new thing. But I wanted to make sure my hair was back so you guys can like really see the individual swatches and not have hair, you know, in my face everywhere. So let's go ahead and get into it. Unfortunately, I did not get the limited edition packaging. I added it to my cart, paid for it, and then realized I bought the rose one in the pink packaging, which I did not need, and unfortunately they will not cancel your order. So now I have that one that I have to send back. But it's okay. I really wanted the pink, but I will live. So here we are. I have not bought, like, I didn't mean to buy the rose one. Like, I have been trying to limit myself and really only get Pat McGrath palettes that I'm like, okay, it's an addition. It's not the same type of colors. Like, Pat McGrath for me is just too expensive, you know, to like want to collect every single palette. Like, I'm just at that point now where I'm like, only get the ones that you really, really want. So we are going to just do some individual eye swatches because I want to. So I'm going to zoom you guys on in and we are going to get started. All right. So we are definitely going to go in with like these special shades of hers. So let's start off with this one. I'm really excited about, I'm excited about everything. So let's go ahead and just get in. Oh, it's been a while since I've had, I say it's been a while, but then I bought like the quads for Christmas, you know? So, but it's been a while since I've gotten a big palette. Okay. So I need to do a fill on my eyelashes, but I didn't want to do them until after I did this video because I knew how much I was going to be like rubbing my eyes, and I was like, it takes me way too long, you know? How I can figure out how to do my lashes, I don't know when I can't paint my nails. I just can't do it. I don't understand. My little sister that's 10, she can do nails just fine. I should just go over there. But me? No. I'm trying to grow out my nails. I'm like, I got this base coat that like, it's been a whole thing, okay? The point is, I've never had long nails my entire life, and it's very hard for me to just accept that. I'm like, don't touch. This is so pretty. I especially feel like this, like, let me turn down the lighting. We've talked about that, so I'm gonna leave it here. But yeah, it's you guys know my thing with Pat McGrath is I feel like, you know, gold is her signature color, which I kind of get tired of. I'm not gonna lie, I just feel like they're so expensive to keep paying for every shade of gold. But I like that this one, it's more of like a whitish gold. It's not one where I'd be like, oh, it's gold. Like, this could definitely be used in the inner corner on brow bone. This is gonna be a really nice one to layer over anything you want to pop. Like any matte that you just need a little extra in the center. That is really what I use my Pat McGrath palettes for in general. I don't always grab her palettes as a whole. It's more so when I finish a look and I'm like, I need something. I need a little extra pop, and I grab the topper shades like these ones. See, like, this is a really pretty gold, but I'm also just like, these are gonna be rough swatches, okay? But it's just not anything, like, yeah, the formula is unique, but like I said, I have this one 10 times over in most of her palettes. Kinky Sweat just did a video where she did a lot of comparisons, so I know I'm a little bit late to the party, but my palette was not delivered until today. Yeah, it's not bad. I like it. It's a gorgeous color. I'm just, you know, for the price point, I'm just like, please no more golds. Please. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I just feel that way. I don't know. But yeah, these are the first two. I'm going to take this off and we will move on to the next. All right, so next we have this duochrome shade. So when you shift the palette, it looks green, and then in some lights it looks purple. I've never been one much for a duochrome, I'm not going to lie, but I was very excited. We'll see how it looks. It's more so that I'm not, like as a lid shade, I don't really love dark, so I want to see how it actually turns out. So we are going to go in with these two ones next. So let's do the duochrome one. Gosh, the texture is just so unique. Like, I love the texture of these. They're so smooth and just very different compared to what you see. Like, especially like, yes, duochromes are not new, but at the same time, like they're never as, like, generally they're a little chunkier. The ones that I've tried. Ooh, I like it. I like it a lot. So, like, when I see it, like, yes, on the corners of my eyes, I see like the green, but in the center I see the purple. What do you think? Like, can you guys see the, I love it. I definitely feel like it's, because I don't buy duochromes often, I'm liking the effect of this for sure. Like a nice smoky eye with this popped on top. Yes. All right, next we have a bronzy shade. I like this shade. I like it more than I thought I was going to. I thought it was going to be more, like it's almost like a peachy shimmer. It's not necessarily like orange, which I like. So, not to say I don't like orange. I'm just saying, like, that's one of my favorites, so I have a lot of them, and I'm glad that this is a little bit different. All right, so here's a better look at the two shades. I really like both. I thought this one was going to be more on like the orangey side you usually see. Which I think she puts in quite a few, and like Natasha Nona especially like loves that color, and I do too. It really makes my eyes pop, but I kind of like that this is almost like a peach orange. It's not necessarily like a orange, and I like that. Definitely like everyday wearable, very summeresque. Like I could see a whole peach look and then adding this as well. But I like both. I'm not, like, this is definitely an odd shade for me. It's something I'm not really used to, where I'm just like, do I, you know, but I do like it. It's something different. I want to see how it would like layer with different shadows for sure. But these are the next two. And then we are going to be playing with the mattes and everything. So these are definitely the four that I always buy a Pat McGrath palette for. I know that sounds ridiculous to some people, but there is nothing, I can't find anything like this. Like, yes, I've tried what is it? Cleona Cosmetics, which a lot of people think are dupes, and I just don't see it. I love those shadows. They're beautiful shadows, but I do think that there is a difference. So I'm happy about these. Like, I feel like these are, especially this one, but even this one, like, I feel like they're more unique than what she usually does, and especially the pink. So we're going to play with this in a second. So I'm going to take this off, and let's put more on my eyes, okay? Let's just do it. Feels really nice to just play with makeup right now. My mood has lifted tremendously. All right, so I quickly wanted to just swatch some of the satin shades. So these ones we didn't swatch on the eyes. I was actually surprised. I thought this one was going to be more of like a cream shade, but it almost has like a shift to it. So it has more of like a pinky, just a different shift. It's definitely not cream. It has like a pinkier shift than cream, which I think goes perfectly with the palette. This shade reminds me a lot of the one, I mean, it was a special formula in the Star Wars palette. And then we have this one here, which I'm very happy about. Yes, this is satin, and the other one in the Star Wars palette is one of the special shades. But if you guys watch my review on that, that shade did not show up on me at all. I don't know if I just got a dud because I saw it work on other people, but mine, I don't know what happened there. But this is very, very similar. Again, it's not the special shade, but it is beautiful. It's a very nice like satin shade. So I'm really loving the tones of this. All right, so let's go ahead and get into a look. We're gonna start off with this peachy color right here. There is only two mattes. Again, I'm someone who, in one way, I complain that there's not enough mattes, but at the same time, I'm like, I can also get mattes from other palettes. My thing is, I would just love it. sometimes her color schemes are a little bit repetitive. Like even in this one, like the plum shade, I'm like, we see the plum shade a lot. I would love a few more transition shades, to be completely honest, which I think she didn't do in this palette because there's only 2, so she kind of used one for, you know, you're going to deepen it up with this one, and then you got your one shade for the crease. So for me, I'm like, I would just love 10 all special shades. Like I really, really hope that she just continues on with the, like selling the quads. Like those are definitely my favorite. They're a little cheaper. Because like I said, again, I mostly end up grabbing other palettes to complete a look. And I use these for more of like the shimmer shades. So not to say like she's got beautiful mattes. It's just the color selection. I definitely am not someone who, like a plum in my outer V is just not my favorite, like preference wise. Especially when I'm working with golds, like I prefer my boring browns, okay? It's just how I am. But oh, I will say, I do love this color. It is really, really pretty. Blending out just like Pat McGrath should. So, no disappointments. I do wish that they were all pink though. Like, I wish it wasn't just like, oh, some of the palettes were sold in the limited edition coloring. I would have just liked it if she just did all of them in the coloring, you know? Just because once I have these all together, it's impossible unless I put it back in the box, which I do save all the boxes, to distinguish between all of them. What a gorgeous, gorgeous shade. So let's go ahead. We're gonna go in with the pink because I just feel like that is not something you see often with her. So I just want to try it. I will say though, every time, like, these palettes are insanely expensive, but you feel like the price is worth it. Like the luxury, like to some people it's never gonna be worth it, and I totally understand that. But with just the way that they feel, and like, it always is an experience. I'm always in a good mood when using Pat McGrath in general. We are going to, let's see here. I just kind of want to play with the colors, so I don't need it to be a perfect look. I just want to see what it can do. So let's go ahead and just play with this one. Like, I want to see what this looks layered over a shadow. So let's do that. And we're just going to kind of do it on the outer half. The thing about how like fine the glitters are too is if, like, sometimes if you get a glitter shade like in your crease, people are like, oh, it looks messy. Whereas I feel like hers, and I have hooded lids, you know, so it's almost impossible. What are you gonna do? But I feel like with her shadows, because they are so smooth, it doesn't look wrong or like messy when you come up with it, like when you go above your crease. And I love that you can apply it with your fingers. I don't know what it is, but lately I'm just like, my foundation I've been doing with my hands, you know, make sure to wash them cleansing, you know, but I'm just like, okay. All right, and then we're gonna take that first shade, the other satin, and on a different finger, I'm going to put that in the inner corner. And now you guys can really see, like, now that it's with another shade, like it definitely leans like a pinkish tone rather than what it looks like in the pan, which is more of like an ivory type color. Which I am not mad about. I think it looks great with these like color choices. It just brings a little bit of brightness to the eye. And then we are going to take this shade, the special one, and layer that on top of the satin, of the other satin. Oh, do you guys see like how much that makes that pop? Like if you, I'm just someone who likes a lighter eye look most of the time. Like I'm not a big like, you know, dark blue, dark green, like that's just not really my style. Sometimes I like smoky eyes, but it's definitely not a common thing I do. It's more like a special occasion, you know? This is just messy. But I also just like the way my eyes look with lighter shades. But yeah, I am loving the look of this. And then I'm gonna pick up just a little bit on a brush for my inner corner. It's kind of up to you. I don't love these shades for the inner corner. Usually what I'll do sometimes is layer like a bone white shade and then turn it into, you know, a shimmer shade by layering it on top. just because like from far away, it's not going to really give you like a huge pop, but I still like it for today. I'm not going anywhere today. So that's what's going on. All right, let's go into the plum shade. I would say out of any shade in here, I'm most not excited about the plum shade, just because I have it in so many of her palettes. All right, and I'm just taking that nude shade and, not that, I mean, it's not a nude shade, but I'm taking the pink we used in the crease and just buffing this out altogether. All right, so I'm just gonna do the same on this side, just smoke this out, but we just went camping this weekend and it felt nice to get outside of the house, you know? Like it was just a very nice, like, it was cold and windy and we couldn't have a fire, and that was a little frustrating, but you know, what can you do? It's nature. But it was really nice to just kind of get out of the house, you know? And regardless of being cold, I mean, most of us stayed outside because we were just like, we're outdoors. And it was just a nice little trip. But what have you guys been up to? How are you guys doing? You know, there's a lot going on. So hopefully you guys are doing okay. All right, so I went ahead and fixed my hair a little bit. I think I want to add this Marc Jacobs Mist Me. Notice I was like a little bit. But I feel like I need a little bit of extra something. Like I just need something to take this up a little bit. So we are going to use this color. And I'm just going to kind of pop it in the center. But yes, I will definitely be doing more looks with this palette this week and probably reaching for different mattes just to see how they look in combination with all these like beautiful shimmer colors. And then let's actually try this shade just a tiniest bit. This time I wash my hands because usually I'll like do this and then I try and then I like wipe some horrible color all over my face. But let's just, I don't have a highlight on right now, but oh, look at that. I think I could definitely buff it out a little bit, but I feel like that makes a, it's beautiful as a highlight. Like, even though there's palettes where you're like, okay, you can use this as a blush, you can use this as this, and I think it's a good thing to show, but do I ever usually do that in real life? Most of the time, no. Unless I like forgot everything at home on the off chance that I'm somewhere else. I don't generally do that unless it's something like this. I will do that with highlights if I really like the way it looks, and I feel like that's stunning, especially on like a deeper skin tone. I think because this like orangey shade is more of a peachy one, this could look really pretty too. So there's that. I'm like, guys, I'll get all the money's worth you can. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to kind of look at other palettes and see. So when I was talking about the bronzy shade, like, okay, don't laugh at me. This is like my favorite matte Pat McGrath shade, okay? Like this one is my perfect, I will live here type tone. So what I meant by the bronzy shade is it wasn't, like I'm going to swatch this one, which is a satin, but it's definitely deeper than the newer shade. And they're the different formula. So they're not the special formula, but I like that it's different. Whereas this, it's not a true gold. It's not, you know, too peachy. It's that perfect, like in between, I would say. All right, so in terms of like her gold, here are some of the swatches. So the yellow gold is definitely from the newer palette, and then the other ones are from the bigger ones. I was actually quite surprised. I thought they were gonna be a little bit closer, but they're really not bad. And then I'm gonna swatch this one from the quad because I do think that these came back into stock. So let's see how this one compares, because this one looks a little bit more yellowy. Yeah. So I would say in terms of like the closest would be from the quad, and then that's the newer. So definitely more of a yellow gold rather than just like a true gold or like brownie gold. Okay, so overall, my thoughts, I am not upset about this palette. Like, I know I have things to say, but I just have things to say, you know? Overall, though, I feel like it's a nice, like, I'm happy I have it. I don't feel like it's super similar. My only thing is, like, you know, when you look at the matte shades, like, you guys can kind of see, like, yes, they're a little bit different in tones, but there's just, like, she really likes that plummy tone. So for me, I'm just like, if you could just not do the plum purple shade, and again, like that's just my personal preference. Like other people might love that, but I just feel like it's a little bit repetitive And maybe that's just because for me, I bought these two palettes like kind of more recently. Like this was the last big palette I bought from Pat McGrath, and then I bought this one. I'm like, oh, I have two plum matte purpley shades, you know? And then I also have it in the Star Wars. I didn't grab that one out just because that one I know is limited edition. That's gone. It's like one of the only ones where I'm just like, you really didn't bring it back for long, huh? Like she told the truth. Usually friends like say that and they're like, yeah, okay, funny, you know, but she really does do that. It is available on Sephora right now. I will say, you know, especially in the time we're in, I'm not saying like you have to go out and buy this. I have like the hot pink and stuff. Like I definitely have that in other palettes. It's not like, yes, this one feels very nice, but in terms of like how you're going to see it on the eye, you can pretty much get that. It's this special shades that you're not really going to get with other palettes. And I love the shades she put in here, which is why I'm so happy about it. Again, I would either love to see more neutral tones in here so that I could change up an outer V and not just have to use the plum shade. Or I would love just a straight, like I would buy a palette that's just full of these special shades in a heartbeat. No problems. So to me, I'm just like, Pat McGrath, please bring on the bronzes, the blushes, and then just more of the special shade quads. But overall, I think it was something different from her. You know, I kind of put my foot in my mouth where I'm like, oh, I'm sick of gold, but it wasn't as similar to the ones that I thought it was going to be. So in that way, it's good. It's not like I don't wear gold. I'm just, you know, I feel like higher end brands generally are more like this type shade, like the very gold shade, or like the orangey gold shade, in my opinion. And I'm just kind of like, okay, I just have an abundance of makeup and I just don't need any more of those. But price-wise, of course it's expensive. It is Pat McGrath. It's a luxury palette. Am I happy with it? Yes, absolutely yes. I don't know if I could say that I love it more than this one. This one, I like die for like this pink shade. I don't know what it is, but I really love this palette. Like these four shades are also gorgeous. So I have a hard time saying that. And in this one, she did include the browns. So, and then you get the plum. So this one, she had more matte shades in there. So you just kind of think of like, what are you going to use? Like, what is it that you are going to get your money's worth? Cheaper palettes, I'm always like, okay, it's something unique to add to your collection, you know, type thing. More expensive, like luxury palettes, in my opinion, I would go with something you're going to wear the most. So if you're trying to choose between Pat McGrath palettes, go with the one that you're actually going to use and get your money's worth, rather than like one where you're like, oh, that'll be unique to my collection, but I may never use it. That's just my 2 cents. But overall, I'm happy with it. Like I said, it is available at Sephora, hopefully for a while. So hopefully, you know, maybe you could wait. Last time they did do that sale in August, like the extra VIB sale. And with the way things are going this year, I wouldn't be surprised if they do that again. So, you know, maybe wait until you can get it on sale, or sign up for the emails at Pat McGrath and get the 10% off at least. That's what I did. So yeah, let me know, what are your guys' thoughts? What shade do you guys want me to use in the next video? And that is it. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. And let me know what you guys want to see down below. Bye guys. Why? I swear it's like my hair lately is just not, look at this.